Welcome back. Now 6:43 in your Capitol Watch. The House of Representatives could vote to release the files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. President Donald Trump previously opposed releasing the files, but now he's calling on House Republicans to vote in favor. So let's go live to Scripps News Group national correspondent Joe St. George. And Joe, why has President Trump changed his stance on releasing the files, and how likely is it that the vote passes the House?
Well, Jeffrey Epstein, right, was first federally indicted in 2019, died by suicide in a jail cell in 2019. Here we are, nearly 6 years later, right? And he's still dominating American politics. It's really the 1A story this morning in Washington for a few reasons. One, we're expecting a vote in the House of Representatives perhaps tomorrow on legislation that would compel the government to release all files. But I think the bigger story this morning is what President Trump posted last night, now encouraging Republicans to vote for the release of the Epstein files, saying that they have nothing to hide and that this is all part of a Democratic hoax meant to distract. Why is that notable? Well, what happened last week where we were reporting on the pushback. Republican leaders didn't want to bring the bill to the floor to release the Epstein files. Reports that there was lobbying from the White House to prevent this from coming to a vote. And now we have this seemingly 180 here. The train was beginning to leave the station a bit on this particular issue. And perhaps this is the president wanting to prevent an L, prevent a loss in the House of Representatives. One thing to watch, assuming this vote takes place on Tuesday or sometime this week, is the margins. If this passes by north of 300 votes, close to 400 votes or even more, that puts a lot of pressure on the Senate to act and take up this legislation. It makes it harder for the president to veto legislation like this. And again, it would be noteworthy. The president repeatedly has denied any wrongdoing here. The president has said that this is, again, all connected to a Democratic smear campaign. But his name, Trump's name, did pop up in new Epstein files last week. And remember, a big part of this story is also who else may be connected here. Jeffrey Epstein was well connected. He knew everyone from members of the royal family to former presidents. Bill Clinton, for instance, was on the Epstein plane from time to time. So who else gets caught up in this web that's being weaved in Washington? No one knows, but we're expecting a lot of developments this week.